Very good morning, students. Myself, Sanjay Kumar Tiwari from St. Michael Higher Secondary, Bettiya, welcoming you to e-learning platform of our school. As you know that I am a teacher of English language and literature, so I have decided to teach you the Sehnai of Bismillah Khan, which is part 2nd of unit 2nd, and this is a story of a great musician, not only of our country but also of world, that has changed Sehnai as an international musical instrument. Students, you are very much aware of the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb, who banned it, and it was not played until unless a barber came who had a very much close association with the royal family of Aurangzeb. The barber decided to improve the tonal quality of Pungi, and ultimately he did it. He just changed the tonal quality by improving some extra and additional parts of the Pungi. When it was played, again under the permission of Aurangzeb, in the royal campus, Aurangzeb was very much pleased to hear the musical tone, improved tone, pleasant tone of Pungi that was improved and revived by Aurangzeb. Permission, and it was done by just barber. The students, I would like to make you clear how did this Pungi get the name of Sehnai. Sehnai is a combination of two words, Sa plus Nai. Sa means royal campus. It was directly related to Aurangzeb, who permitted the barber to play the improved Pungi, and it was improved or revived by barber. That's why it got the name of Sehnai. Sehnai is a combination of two words, Sa plus Nai, and ultimately it became an international musical instrument under the guidance of one greatest musician of our country, Ustad Bismillah Ali Khan. Bismillah Ali Khan was born in Ustad Bismillah Ali Khan was born in Dumra state in Bihar. Before that, I would like to add that Sehnai was only limited to just marriage ceremony and other ceremonies like that, which were played or performed or enjoyed around the North Indian wedding. In the past, it was limited to that concept, it was limited to those ceremonies, and ultimately it was again revived, it was brought to international platform by Ustad Bismillah Ali Khan, who was born in Bihar. Ustad Bismillah Ali Khan used to just go regularly to the nearby Biharji temple to sing the Bhojpuri Chaita. Chaita is a kind of classical song which is generally sung by common people of Bihar, and it is mostly and widely loved by common people of our society. So students, it was a great event, it was a great challenge for Bismillah Khan also, who was not so intellectually improved as a child, but he decided to change it. He take a strong decision, and that decision was now fruitful in the eye of common people. So he used to go to that just Biharji temple, and ultimately he used to sing Bhojpuri Chaita, and his song was ultimately awarded by local Maharaja, and this happened almost 80 years ago. You can really imagine that Ustad Bismillah Ali Khan was a 5-year-old child who was awarded by local Maharaja, and this award in the eye of that boy was not less than highest civilian award that was awarded to him, and that was Bharat Ratna. He had, students, I would like to make you aware that he was also awarded Bharat Ratna, the highest civilian award in the end of his life, but he has made it clear that award of Laddu was greater than award of Bharat Ratna. This shows that he loved Indian culture, Indian music, Indian society very much, and he had at least love for all the cultural aspects of Indian society. The students, it started just as a story when he was born on 21st March 1916, a great event in Indian history, and thereafter he belongs to a well-known musical family. Most of the members of his family and the family of his maternal uncle, they were related to the field of music this way or that way. I would like to make it clear that his grandfather Rasool Baksh Khan was the Sahnai Nawaz of Bhojpur King's Court. It's a great achievement for his grandfather that he was there and he enjoyed the Bhojpur Court, Bhojpur King very much, and to the extent of his life and to the extent of his heart also. It's very much clear that his father, Paigambar Baksh, and other paternal ancestors were also great Sahnai players. The students, but I would like to make it clear that there was a turning point in Khan Sahab's life when he was taken to Benares. When he was taken to his maternal uncle's house, there he started going to some other religious places with his maternal uncle. As a child, he was very much dedicated, he was very much devoted, and he was very much hard-working. When he started having his practice under the guide, under the leadership of his uncle Ali Baksh to Vishnu Temple of Benares, where his uncle was employed as a Sahnai player who used to play Sahnai in order to just get Lord awaken, get Lord just wake up early in the morning. Whenever his uncle returned from the place, Ustad Bismillah Khan used to stay there and used to have his just hard-working session of practice, and this shows that he was just decided and he was just made it clear that he had to make Sahnai a musical instrument of international level, international just ground and international scene and sight. The students slowly started making it clear, slowly started getting lessons in playing the instrument and would sit there for a long time. He never thought of time, he never thought of the hours that he spent there, and it made it clear that he had decided that he would make Sahnai an instrument of international tone, international love, and international sights. The students, thank you. Wait for the next video where I will just make you understand the remaining paragraphs of the same lesson. So stay home, stay healthy, and keep your health and study in mind.